Hi, Stallions. This is Miss Brower with your weekly announcements for the week of October 12th. Remember, our theme for the year, of course, is mapping our growth. We want to see how much our students can grow throughout this year. So what goals do you have for this week and how are you going to achieve those? Let's go ahead and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much, and you can go ahead and be seated again. Our Boys Town skill of the week this week is going to be starting to be staying on task. This is a very important skill for us to have. When we stay on task, we're going to look at our assignment. We want to think about the steps needed to complete that assignment or task. We want to focus all of our attention on it and stop working only when we're told to. And really important, we want to ignore distractions from others while we're trying to stay on task. When we do this, we're going to be more likely to get your work done. You're going to help others stay on task and get their work done, and you're going to be seen as a good role model and an example. So all great reasons to make sure you're practicing that skill of staying on task. Our college of the week this week is Cal State University, Bakersfield. This one is near and dear to my heart because I actually went to this school and graduated with my bachelor's degree from Cal State Bakersfield. It is a local public university. Some undergraduate majors include art, criminal justice, geology, nursing, and pre-med. I graduated with my degree in liberal studies. You can join the CCA Lunch Bunch on Tuesday of this week to hear from a special guest who attended the school. I wonder who it could be. You should definitely make sure to check that out. And fun fact, I'm not the only one that went to CSU Bakersfield. A lot of our other staff did. Mrs. North, Mrs. Griffin, Miss Hill, Mr. Zopoulos, Mrs. McKenzie, Mrs. Bivarda, Kellogg, Bridges, Earbairn, Hartel, Alfaro, Larson, Brower. You can see it's a very popular school for people to go to around here. So I think we would definitely recommend it. It was a great school to go to. So some important information for the week. Our 5th and 6th graders, this is very important for you. We are starting our kindness club again. This is always a very popular group to join while we are at school, and our counselor, Mrs. Parker, has worked out how to do this virtually. And so the phrase is, you can be kind virtually anywhere. So the application deadline is October 16th, so that's this Friday. You want to ask your teachers for the Google Forms to be able to apply for this group. It is going to be for 5th and 6th grade only, so it is an upper grade privilege to be able to participate in this group. We are only accepting a maximum of 30 students, so it is a limited group, and that's why there is the applications, and then there are also interviews that will be occurring as well. And then if you are accepted into the Kindness Club, then your first meeting will be on November 6th. So if you are interested, definitely reach out to your teacher and let them know that you are interested and to apply on that Google form. We are starting our fall fundraiser for this year. It is going to be a catalog fundraiser where families and friends, they can order wrapping paper and food goodies and all kinds of fun stuff. And our teachers are sharing the YouTube video link there where it goes through all the fun prizes that students have to learn. There were some very fun ones, including like flying monkeys, and I don't know, there was lots of fun stuff on there. So definitely recommend checking out that video and encouraging our families to participate in that fundraiser, because that is going to help our PTA, and our PTA is able to help fund so many things for our students, for our teachers. When we get back to campus, they usually do field trips and assemblies and things like that. All sorts of supplies, programs. They are a huge, huge important group on our campus, and so any support that they can get, we always really appreciate. Of course, students, we should know these by now. Our distance learning expectations, we're going to be respectful, be responsible, be engaged, be safe, and be patient while we are in this distance learning. We want to remember those 5 big ones. If we can't do those 5 ones, then we might need to be having a conversation, but that's okay. We tried to keep it simple and keep it to those 5. Those will keep us on track. Our usual spirit days that we have, Monday, of course, is going to be college day. And Fridays are always our stallion spirit day, wearing your black or red and any of your spirit wear as well. We do have a special spirit day on Friday, though, of cancer awareness. And so we are encouraging everyone to wear pink, send your teachers, post it to social media with that hashtag Sundown Stallion Spirit. But let's have fun with this extra spirit day that we have in recognition of cancer awareness. This is our last week where we are recognizing Hispanic Heritage Month, as October 15th is this week. So our last 2 Hispanic Americans that we wanted to recognize, the first one is Selena Quintanilla. She was born April 16th, 1971 in Lake Jackson, Texas. She is a very, very well-known Latin recording artist. She started as the lead singer of her family band at the age of 10. And she is considered the Queen of Tejano. She tragically passed away March 31st, 1995, and there's a movie about her life where Jennifer Lopez portrayed her in it. The other notable Hispanic American we wanted to recognize this week was Roberto Clemente. He was born August 18th, 1934 in Carolina, Puerto Rico. He played for the Brooklyn Dodgers minor league team and the Montreal Royals. And then he debuted in the major leagues with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1955. In one of his best years, he led the National League with a batting average of .351, had 23 home runs, and that year he also achieved the first of his 12 consecutive Golden Glove Awards. He helped the team win the 1971 World Series, and he's also very well known for his humanitarian work. He also tragically passed away in a plane crash on December 31st, 1972, while he was on his way to deliver supplies to earthquake survivors in Nicaragua. He became the first Latino inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, and the Roberto Clemente Award is given to the player who exemplifies sportsmanship and community outreach. So 2 very notable people that are very well known, and we just wanted to recognize them for their contributions. October, of course, is still National Bullying Prevention Month. And so this week I wanted to go through some of the different types of bullying. And so some of the different types of bullying that can occur could be verbal bullying, where it's all words, and usually they're going to be mean words repeated over time, targeted towards somebody, and definitely happen more than one time. There's also the physical bullying. Of course, that one's relatively self-explanatory. It's going to be physical, where people are intentionally hurting, hitting, punching, spitting, kicking, anything like that. And it's really intentional. And again, it's done repeatedly over time. That's going to be that physical bullying. The cyberbullying is anything that would be done online. Anything with texting, social media, sharing things, posting things, anything like that can go into the realm of cyberbullying. And social bullying is where more of a group of people can bully somebody, ostracize them or exclude them from being a part of a group, saying, no, you can't be our friend. And they're doing that repeatedly to the same people. And so that's kind of more of that social bullying, maybe gossiping about somebody even as well. That's where that is going to come into play. So again, with this being Bullying Prevention Month, we want to understand what are the different types of bullying that can occur so we can make sure in our actions we're not doing anything unintentionally that could come across as bullying. So we have a lot of fun CCA activities for this week. We do have a little switch up in our schedule. So this week, Monday is going to be story time. Tuesday is going to be the college day with a special guest, so tune in for that one. The 14th, Wednesday, is going to be game day. You're going to do a name, place, animal, or thing. That sounds very interesting. Thursday is going to be a ghost craft for Arts and Crafts Day. And of course, Friday is DJ Robin Day. We're going to go dance and we're going to go have fun. So definitely check those fun activities out for the lunch bunch, 11:30 to 12 o'clock every day. Our birthdays for this week, we want to give a special shout out to those of you who are celebrating your birthday for this week. So I'm going to go through this list of all of our students. So we have Leah B, Ryan C, Jimmy, Kimberly, Rena, Makai, Rain, Mateo, Joshua, Gavin, Trip, Kyson, Layla, Knowledge, Grace, Gemma, Diego, Emma, Harper, Christopher, Nicholas, Jaden, Mila, and Joseph. We want to wish you guys a very, very happy birthday this week, turning another year older, and we hope you get to celebrate. And really fun fact here on these birthdays, for this week, we have 3 sets of twins on this list that each have birthdays for this week. And 2 out of those 3 sets of twins have their birthday on the exact same day. I don't know why. I thought that was really fun and kind of cool for this week for me to learn that. Our quote for the week is that we rise by lifting others. So what can you do this week to help lift up others and show that kindness and help lift up yourself as well? All right, Stallions, that's it for this week. I hope you have a great one. Set those goals, work hard to achieve them, get your work done, and have a good week.